Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's take another look here at Polkadot, see what's going on. I got some alerts that triggered this morning from this coin, and I want to kind of reevaluate, kind of see if it's worth potentially taking a long position based on, well, a couple of important factors here we're going to look at together. Kind of give you the insight of, what I like to look for when I trade coins or just in general, validations versus invalidation areas. Okay, so again, we got some pretty solid confirming factors here letting us know that we're likely to break out. But again, we want to verify a few things first. So we'll take a look at the back-end liquidation data to kind of get started. And then obviously too as well, help understand these trend lines that we're seeing too, because a lot of times when Bitcoin is performing as poorly as it has, and you see altcoins mostly pulling back, the coins you want to try to look for trading aren't the ones that are, bottoming out and you just buy those dips because those dips keep dipping, as we've probably already seen before. You may have experienced that. You generally want to try to trade coins that are breaking free from their local ranges and essentially retesting that same area multiple times, specifically to the upside for a long position. So let's take a look here and kind of see if there's anything in the back end letting us know where we're at. So first of all, liquidation delta for a dot, we'll look at that here in a second. The liquidation range in the upper range, 325 to about 523 to 535 is that rough estimate of liquidation left the upside. These are mostly just late shorts that shorted to 521 and are still in their position now in the red. Have you ever done that before? If so, hit the like button down below. Just hit the like button regardless. Don't necessarily do that because you've done that before. What I'm trying to do is just kind of normalize the fact that it's very common for that to happen, okay? So just try not to be another statistic. Shorting the top and not taking profits is a bad move. If you're going to short the top, whatever the top you feel like it is, make sure you secure profits. It's not the kind of market to just let things run and go to the moon with every single trade, right? That's just not the case anymore. Okay, anyways. Macro perspective, we look here, we zoom out, $6.50 to $7, pretty heavy concentrations. Again, these are late shorts here that are in profit, potentially haven't secured profits yet. So again, just keep that in mind, $6.50 to $7, pretty massive chunk up there. We got a long ways to get to that level, but just know that that is potential incentive. We can see liquidation delta has shifted from break even or equilibrium, as I like to call it, to fully bullish. Okay. And again, generally speaking, when you see liquidation delta start to increase like this and spike, you want to take trades in that direction. You don't necessarily trade against it. Okay, so again, this is another one of those situations where just shorting the top because it's overextended is a bad idea. We've retested this level multiple times, and I'll show you on the charts what I mean by that. It's just generally unfavorable to try to short into that. When we take a look here at open interest, we can see there's tons of open interest below us and nothing really above us. Okay. Generally speaking, it's going to be like that because we're retesting a local high and there's not a lot of data here previous. But the truth is we have a lot of support at 487, roughly 490. So that's a very important factor to recognize. The price came down this level and held very strong. Another thing I like to see here, and if you take a look at this 4-hour candle, look how aggressive this buying pressure is. As soon as the price action pulled back this morning for Bitcoin, because again, we had CPI data, inflation data come through, and it ripped down from 97 to 94,000. When that happened, Polkadot responded very quick and very strong to the upside. That just generally implies a lot of buying pressure in that range, but also a lot of support below us, and that's a good sign. From a macro perspective, still tons of potential further upside. I do need to clean up my charts, which I will, of course. Keep that in mind. I'm going to post our playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. If you're not familiar, it looks a little something like this, where I just kind of give you, insight on what, the coins that I analyze, kind of give you perspective there. So all that being said, what's the daily time frame look like here? Well, I'll take care of our fib levels here later. I'll post that on the playout chart. But for right now, we're below all moving averages. Keep in mind, this is a daily time frame. All daily time frames look terrible right now. But what we can see, though, first of all, just to kind of reinforce, again, I put these little resistance levels up here, roughly 565. We can see that the 200-day SMA is hanging out right there. Okay, so that's kind of giving some confluence, right? We got some previous support turned resistance. We come up to 565. It may be a consideration to secure profits. What do you know, folks? You can't be profitable if you don't take profits. So me personally, whenever I put in profit targets for coins that I'm looking to trade, I generally like to favor a profit target just below those areas, and that would give me more confidence knowing I'm going to get in and out before the price action hits that resistance range. Okay, we're under 50 on the RSI. MACD is converging. However, this is a very good sign, but it's not the only thing, right? A lot of convergences we're starting to see on the 4-hour and daily timeframes for altcoins. Doesn't mean we're shifting momentum, it just means that we're holding our bottom pretty well, and it does imply further upside in general. Stochastic swinging up here, generally favorable, but money flow index above the RSI, I'd love to see that. Not very many coins can say that right now. That's a good sign, telling us there's more money flowing into this coin than out in the last 14 candles or 14 days on the daily. Take a look here at the 4-hour time frame. We can reflect and understand we are above both moving averages. Super important there. They also kind of sort of held the price action in place here. A lot of confluence here with a local point of control at 480. That's reflected here as well at that 480 to 490 range for open interest. Again, very good support. Hypothetically, the price pulls back. We probably see maybe just say worst case scenario, another 5 to 10% correction, but likelihood of holding that level. Again, what does that mean for us? It basically just means previous resistance turn support. Okay, you can kind of see that. Couldn't get through, couldn't get through, couldn't get through. Now that came through, comes back down and retests the support and bounces. All right, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to try to look for. I wish I didn't have to sleep sometimes because I would have totally caught and bought that dip if that was the case. Either way, this just reinforces good positive price action. We're also maintaining above 50 on the RSI. You generally want to trade coins to the upside when they maintain that level or higher. Stochastic swinging up, of course, very nice. MACD still converging. Very good stuff there in the hourly. Willing to guess we get some confirming factors here. There we go, 4-hour candles above the actual cloud, and of course lagging span free and clear. Conversion line, the baseline are starting to intersect. This is a perfect case scenario here. More likely to break out. Oftentimes you'll see cup and handle patterns form here, so we could very well see the price pull back a little bit and then bounce from here. If not, probably just go straight up. But again, a lot of it hinges on Bitcoin though, folks, okay? So one last thing we're gonna look at is the comparison to Bitcoin and this coin, right? So take a look at Bitcoin's price action. Its current high is lower than its local high, right? What about Polkadot? It's equal, parallel to, more likely to break and continue higher, pending Bitcoin doesn't dump. Even if Bitcoin were to pull back, I still think we have sustainability in the 480 to 520 range. Decent chance we see further upside for this coin. Okay, these are all things we want to look for. Again, Bitcoin dumps to zero, or sorry, not zero. That's not possible. If Bitcoin dumps to just say 90,000 or 93K, maybe a different story. But pending we don't see any obnoxious behavior from Bitcoin, I think Polkadot's got significant potential to go further up. All right, folks, I'll post a play out chart here shortly. Thanks again so much for watching. Looking forward to work with you. You want to become a better trader? CryptoCash.tech is the site. Link down below. Have a good rest of your day. See you soon.